what they're trying to do in Texas affects you guys, but it affects the whole country. When you want to remove 5 Democrats, that hurts us in the House. As you can see what happens now when there's not enough Democrats to stop the big ugly bill and all the other stuff that they've been doing. They are trying to destroy our democracy, destroy fairness in our country, and unfortunately they're starting with Texas. But we want you to know we stand by your side. I don't want to lose my fabulous colleagues. Some of them are here with me. Jasmine Crockett, my classmate, Mark Veazey, Al Green, Julie Johnson. We want all of them to stay, plus the others that they're trying to gerrymander. So with that, I want to give a minute to my colleague from Illinois, Congressman Raja Krishnamurthy, to bring his greetings.
Thank you, Congresswoman Kelly, and thank you to all of our friends who have come here to seek refuge as they deal with, I think, a man-made catastrophe and crisis for democracy. I have 3 points I want to make. First of all, when a flood devastated parts of Texas, leading to 130 people dying, including children, did Greg Abbott call a special session to create disaster relief for people? No. Did he call for a special session to help families rebuild? No. Did he call a special session to strengthen warning systems so that people could avoid the catastrophe that happened during the flood? No. Instead, he did the bidding of Donald Trump, who asked him to basically banish Democrats from the federal delegation representing Texas in Washington, D.C. My second point is this. Greg Abbott, don't mess with Texas. Don't mess with Texas, because the people here represent Texas. You can silence them, you can smear them, you can saddle them with debts and fines, but you cannot intimidate them. And these people will not be intimidated. So I lead to my third and final point. Don't mess with democracy. Don't do it. You can play that game in Texas. You can gerrymander the hell out of that map. Guess what? 2 can play that game. That's right. Other states will do exactly the same thing and neutralize what you're trying to do in Texas. It's not going to work, because we are not going to let it work. We are going to stand strong with these courageous individuals who are standing behind me, who've come to Illinois, knowing that the rest of the nation is with them. Thank you so much.
Now it's my honor to introduce Rep. Busey.
Thank y'all so much. I'm so proud to stand with my colleagues in the Texas House and our friends in Congress. We're all here tonight, not on vacation. We are here fighting and actively working for our constituents and the people of Texas. This is us on the job, fighting for our constituents. Hi, everyone. My name is State Representative John Busey, and I have the great pleasure of representing Austin in House District 136. Look, I didn't run for office to walk out of the Capitol, but I also didn't run for office to stand by while democracy is stolen in broad daylight. Texas Democrats broke quorum because sometimes the only way to uphold your oath is to refuse to play along with a rigged game. Let's be clear. This special session was supposed to be about saving lives after a tragedy. A cabin full of 8-year-old girls was washed away in the middle of the night. Families called 911 only to hear that help wasn't coming. At the end of the day, 137 Texans lost their lives. That's an emergency. That demands our action. But instead of holding hearings on flood prevention, Greg Abbott and Donald Trump held 8 hearings on redistricting, not for fairness, not for representation, but to manufacture 5 more Republican seats in Congress to enable Trump to cling on to power. That isn't governing, that's a heist. And we're here to stop it. When politicians can redraw the maps in the middle of the decade just because they're scared that voters won't reelect them, that's betrayal. Look, the governor can lie all he wants, but we're not running away, we're running into the fight. Texas Democrats are standing up for one of our most basic American principles, the right to representation. So no, this isn't political theater, it's survival. Because if we lose the power to choose our leaders, we lose everything. We broke quorum because this isn't just about maps, it's about power. And in Texas, the power still belongs to the voters. I want to thank you all so much, and I have the pleasure of introducing one of our great champions, Congressman Mark Vesey. He's a passionate advocate for Texas's 33rd district. He's fighting for working families, voting rights, and economic opportunity. And if you didn't know, he's in fact is the founder of the Voting Rights Caucus in Congress. He's from Fort Worth to Washington. Congressman Vesey has shown us that he will stand up to Donald Trump, he will fight for Texans, and he will fight for Americans. Please help me welcome our good friend, Congressman Mark Vesey.
Thank you, Representative. And, you know, the press, y'all been getting something wrong. I've been seeing a lot of headlines that say that these Texas legislators are fleeing. These Texas legislators ain't fleeing. These Texas legislators are fighting.
Yeah.
Right.
They are fighting corruption, they are fighting racism, and they are fighting rigging. And that is what it is all about. And I got to tell you, it's crazy to think about this. 60 years ago today, the Voting Rights Act of 1965 declared that no American, no Black American, no Latino American, no Asian American, no working class voter would ever be denied their voice in our democracy because of who they are or where they live. But that promise is under attack today by Greg Abbott bending a knee to Donald Trump. And it is absolutely wrong, and it is embarrassing. And I got to tell you, I'm proud of these heroes that are standing behind me, some of which are my former colleagues in the state legislature, where I spent 8 years before going to Congress. And I got to tell you, I came into Congress right after the 2003 mid-decade redistricting, when a group of Democrats had just left the state to block discriminatory redistricting that had happened literally just before I was sworn in. And I got to tell you, we made a big mistake back then. We had no blue states back during that time period after Tom DeLay did his mid-decade redistricting. We didn't have any Democratic states that followed suit. And so it gave them the incentive to do it again, and that's why we are here right now. But I got to tell all of my friends that are Republicans that are out there watching right now, the game has changed, baby. It ain't the same no more. It ain't the same no more. We are going to match Donald Trump's energy when it comes to redistricting. As it was said before, it's been Democrats, we have shown up to a gunfight with nothing but good intentions and dull knives. And that era is over. We are not going to unilaterally disarm. And that's what's different this time around. And so to the governor of this state, of Illinois, the governor of California and New York, thank you for standing tall with us. We need our other Democratic governors in New Jersey, New Mexico, Maryland, Jersey, Maryland, Oregon, and Washington. We need for them to stand with us now also. This is serious business. This is absolutely serious business. Democracy is at stake here, and we have to keep fighting Donald Trump each and every step of the way. With that, I now call back to the podium Representative Harold Dutton, who I served with out of Houston. Harold?
Good afternoon, everybody. Let me start by saying my name is Harold Dutton. I'm from Houston. Most people say I'm from Fifth Ward. You'll understand that. And I guess that's true. One of the things I learned in Fifth Ward, about the 7th grade, was that we learned that in order to have democracy, it had to be of the people, by the people, and for the people.
That's right.
But in Texas, what we've changed that to is we're going to have democracy by being of the party, by the party, and for the party.
That's right.
That's absolutely crazy. And I want to correct something, and I think Representative Beasley said it, we're not running from anything. We're trying to make sure that when democracy is in Texas, it is going to be of the people, by the people, and for the people. And secondly, if you see us running in a fight, we chasing somebody. We ain't running from nobody. We're just not running from anybody. Now, let me end with this. I'm here because one of my constituents told me, she said, well, if you all are going to hang separately, you might as well hang together. And so I'm here with my colleagues because I don't think we're going to hang. Because another constituent said to me, Representative Green, said, you know the story in the Bible about Haman and Mordecai? Haman built the gallows for Mordecai. And guess who they put on the gallows first? Haman. And so I think all of this is going to backfire on these Republicans because I think they have raised democracy issues so far and so high that the people in Texas now are getting the message. And that's one of the reasons we're here. I'm thankful for the Illinois delegation. I have worked with them before. My first cousin was Monique Davis, who was a member of the Illinois delegation for a long time. She said to tell you all hello too because she wanted to come over. I had to stop her from doing that. But again, I think that the challenge for us is really to make sure that our people get to vote. And we're going to do that. And with that, let me stop and introduce me. No, I'm going to introduce Sojourner Truth, better known as Jasmine Crockett.
I will be your last and final speaker, but let me tell you something. I want to make sure that I make it clear who these people that are standing behind me are. Because I don't think that the American people truly understand the amount of sacrifice that these warriors and heroes are making right now. Most people don't understand that in the Texas House, you only get paid $7,000 as it is as a salary. But these people are saying, listen, we are going to do our job because we understand our oath, unlike those that serve on the federal level and are Republicans, as well as those that serve in our current Supreme Court and happen to have been appointed by Republicans, as well as those that serve in the Texas House right now and happen to be Republicans. These are people that understand what it is to be a representative. They understand their constituencies, and instead of trying to stomp on them, they want to do everything that they can to stomp for them. And so that's why they're here. Now, let me say, this governor talks a lot of noise, and I made sure that I put up my warrant from 4 years ago to make it plain that they talk a lot of noise, but these guys are weak. That's why they're over here trying to bully people. Bullies are always weak. The difference is they expect Democrats to kind of be the nice guys that we are. They expect us to take the punch and say thank you. Well, I am here to tell you, not only are we going to punch back, but we're about to beat you down.
That's right.
Yeah.
We are going to win. I'm going to tell you why we're going to win, because people are tired. And as it's already been said, we got a few truth tellers that came before us. A number of them came out of Texas. So I need y'all to understand that maybe you haven't learned these amazing warriors' names, but you will know their names. Y'all know how the president feels about me. Got my training ground right there in Texas. We know that there was another amazing black woman out of the state of Texas by the name of Barbara Jordan that had to check another corrupt president by the name of Nixon. So I'm here to tell you, just like I told a group of folk in Arizona yesterday. Frankie Beverly and Mays said it best. We are one. For everyone that's been asking, where are the Democrats? Well, here they are. For everyone that's been asking, where is the fight? Well, here it is. But let me tell you something. Don't leave them out on a ledge by themselves. They need to know that you, the American people, stand with them because they are standing for you. There's so many people that they will never meet, but they understand the importance of making sure that they have a voice when it comes to their government. They understand the importance of standing for what democracy is and making sure that it does not fall by the wayside. They understand that we have a Timo Hitler in the White House right now that thinks that he is going to become the dictator of the United States. Well, I got another thing to tell you, sir. The Democrats, no matter whether we're talking about these Texas House Democrats, or whether we're talking about the governor from Illinois, the governor from California, or whether we're talking about New York, or I can go through the states, and it's not just the governors. It is the state houses. It is the state senators. It is those congressional delegations that are saying, do what you got to do, and I will fight, and I will win, and I will earn my seat back to the people's house in D.C. I am here to tell you that time is up for playing in our faces. The Democrats are not going to stand for this any longer. We know that we are standing for the people. And so long as we stand for the people, I absolutely believe the people are going to stand for us. Right. So I just want to be clear. Do whatever you can to support these heroes, because they're the ones that had to leave their families. They're the ones that have warrants out for their arrest. They're the ones that are doing things that, honestly, a lot of other people do not have the audacity to do. So make sure when you talk about them, press, put some respect on their names. I appreciate y'all.